Alright guys, welcome back. In the last video we learned how to add a button and a label to a simple window using PyQt5. In this video we are going to be converting our code into an object-oriented programming code which has classes and objects, simply because in future we are going to be using Qt Designer. In the next video we are going to be starting with Qt Designer that converts all of our code into an object-oriented programming code. And that is why it's important to understand how does Qt Designer work and how does all this code get converted into object-oriented programming code. Now, if you don't know about classes and objects, I'll highly recommend go to the description of this video or look at the prerequisites videos in which I explain about objects and classes and inheritance and all those concepts. But I'm going to be trying my best to explain all those concepts in this video, but I won't be able to go into depth. So first of all, we are going to be starting by creating a very simple class, and I'm just going to be calling this class UI_main window, simply because Qt Designer also calls this as UI main window, so it will be easier for us to understand when we actually look at the Qt Designer code. So inside this UI main window, we are going to be inheriting from Q main window because we'll be creating our window now inside this class. So I'm just going to write Q main window over here. Now every class basically contains an initialization method. So we're going to create a method and we're just going to call it init. And this is a method that basically every class has, and we're also going to refer to itself. And in the initialization class, we are basically going to initialize our window, like what is the geometry of this window, what is the size or the title. And also we need to inherit all the things that are inside this Q main window. So we are also going to be using the super method. We are just going to write super over here, and inside that we are going to write our class name, that is the UI_main window, and we are going to be referencing to itself. That is why we are also going to write self, and we are going to call this init method. Now I've explained everything in the prerequisites video about this super method and how it inherits from the Q main window, so I'm not going to go in depth over here. So I'm just going to write init class over here, and that's pretty much it. Now we basically need to set the geometry and the title of our window. So you can think of this UI main window as our window, and basically we need to now set itself the geometry and the title just like we have done over here. So I'm just going to cut this from here and I'm going to paste it over here, and instead of this win, because now we are referencing to itself. So for example, this window is being actually created, you can think of this window that is over here as a UI main window. So basically we are referencing to itself. That is why instead of window, we are just going to write self over here, and I'm going to copy this and paste it over here too. And now we need to set these text and the buttons over here inside our UI main window. Now what I like to do is basically create another method, and Qt Designer also does that, and let's just call that setup UI. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a method over here. I'm going to call a method over here, and I'm just going to call it setup UI because Qt Designer also calls it setup UI, so it will be easier for us to understand when we actually create this method. So now let's create this method of setup UI. We're basically just calling this method over here, but now we need to create it. So now we are going to create the method. I'm just going to copy and paste this over here, and inside every method we are also going to write self, and inside that let's copy and paste this text and this button over here. So I'm just going to cut that and paste it over here. And now we need to change everything to self because we'll be referencing to the UI main window that is over here. So I'm just going to copy this from here, and I'm going to paste it everywhere, self.text, self.text.move, and I'm also going to be doing this for our button. And obviously we also need to change this window to itself, and over here too. So a couple of changes, not a lot. Now we also have to create this onClicked method because we haven't created that inside our class of UI main window, so we need to also create that. So instead of this .onClicked, I'm just going to write self.onClicked, and now let's just create this method of self.onClicked. So we can just cut this and paste it over here. Our onClicked method, let's make sure that the indentation is correct, and inside these methods we also need to write self. And now instead of just printing out press, what we can do is we can change the label. So to change the label, what we can do is, so for example, we set the text over here, we can basically do the same thing. Instead of pressing this button, we can just copy and paste that and write self.text.setText, and let's just change this to this text has been changed. And now basically we need to call our UI main window class inside our main code. So instead of creating our Q main window from here, we just need to call our UI main window. So I'm gonna paste this over here and put in some parentheses, and that's pretty much it. So let's recap what we have done over here. So what our program is gonna do is, first of all, it's gonna come to our main method, it's gonna create our application, and then it's gonna see this window is being created inside our UI main window class. So it's gonna go above over here. It's gonna inherit all the functionality using this super method that we have initialized. So during the initialization period, it's gonna inherit all the classes and variables from Q main window. And after that, it's gonna set the geometry of itself and also set the window title of itself. And then we could have done all of this inside our initialization method, but it's very good. It's good practice to separate your functionalities inside your class. And Qt Designer also is going to do that, as you're going to see in the next video. So that is why I have also done that. And we have initialized a method of self.setup.ui. So whenever it sees this, it's going to call this setup UI method, and it's going to go to this method over here where it's going to set the text and it's going to set the button. And then over here, we have also created our onClick method. After that, it's going to show the window, and after we click on the cross button, it's going to exit the window. So now let's run it and see if it works. You can see we have our window over here. And whenever we click on this button, because inside our onClick, we have changed the set text to this text has been changed. So whenever we click on this button, our text will be changed to this text has been changed. There isn't enough space over here. That's why it's not being shown. But we'll be fixing that in the next video where we learn about Qt Designer. It's not a very big problem. You can just change the size of this text, but we don't need to worry about that right now. You just need to know that the text has been changed when we click on the button. So guys, this is pretty much it for the object-oriented programming video. You just needed a little bit of an idea of how this object-oriented programming is gonna work, and this will make the Qt Designer work very easier. When you look at the file that Qt Designer creates, this is going to be much more easier. And if you don't know what Qt Designer is, it's basically a program. It's a GUI setup where you can just drag and drop stuff. For example, instead of coding this text, instead of coding this button, we can just drag and drop our text, our buttons, and we don't have to code it manually. So this makes it a lot more easier. So we are going to learn about that in the next video. I'm really excited about that, and I'll see you over there.